All right, welcome back. You're still watching E-Vibes, the entertainment show on Signature TV. Today we're catching some real reggae vibes. My guest is a talented artist whose smooth vocals and conscious lyrics have made waves in the UK reggae scene and beyond. He's known for his original music like his powerful album Rebel Souls and for his dynamic Bob Marley tribute performances that keeps the legend spirit alive. We'll be talking about how reggae inspires change and unity in today's world. Thank you for joining Tann-I Browne.
Greetings, everyone. Greeting to Signature TV, E-Vibes. Big up to all Music Media Management, Hit Right Inc., VIP Code, Queer Clothing, Britain's Got Reggae, you name it. Big up to everyone. See? My name is Tann-I Browne, and I'm blessed to be here.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, let's delve into the conversation of the day. So can you tell us how your journey into reggae music began?
Well, that's a long story. Depends how much time you have, But I always say that I've been singing from the time I was born. When my mother gave birth to me, I didn't cry when the doctor beat me. I started to sing. And I sang,
Mm.
"Oh, the beautiful morning," you know? So I've been singing from ever since.
All right. All right. So what inspired you to become both a reggae artist and a Bob Marley tribute performer?
Well, to start with Bob Marley. Bob Marley, we grew up with Bob Marley as young youths, as young Rasta youths. We grew up with Bob Marley and the Wailers, their music, the message, it vibrated through everyone at the time. you know um it was very political, and so it was answering many of the questions that we had that was involved in our lives at the time. So reggae, Bob Marley particularly had a massive influence on me as an artist growing, as developing as an artist. Bob Marley had a massive influence on me, without a doubt. And reggae music on a whole, you know, some people they call it message music, because reggae music always have a message. Amongst all the dance and the love elements of reggae music. Reggae music speaks about everything, all the
Yeah.
topics.
All right. So, you started out with the band Groundation, right?
Yes,
What
that's correct.
lessons or memories from that time still shape your music today?
Oh my goodness. In fact, I was just speaking about this to somebody the other day. The very first time that I played with the band Groundation as the lead singer,
Okay.
um, I had an experience where I was very nervous, as it was at the time. It was the first time I was really singing with a full band. And the third song, I was just getting comfortable, and the lead came out of the mic, and I didn't realize. And a friend of mine standing in front of me says, "Tann-I, the leads come out of the mic." So that was one of my most embarrassing moments. But as they say in show business, the show must go on. And so I just bend down and pick up the lead, plug it back in the mic, and carried on singing.
All right. So, how did growing up in the UK influence your sound and message?
Um, it influenced us a lot, because, as I say, growing up as young youths, everything was political. Even the sounds and message coming out of Jamaica, it was all political. If you go back to some of the 70s and 80s, you know, many references was to the black cause and the liberation of Africa. Yes, so it's always been there as far as I can remember.
Absolutely. When did you realize that reggae was your true calling? Was it when you were tender or as a teenager? Because I mean, you said Bob Marley had a very huge influence on you. So, at what point did you realize that reggae was your true calling?
I think it was just before I joined the band, because I used to be involved in what they call sound systems. And so I used to DJ on a sound system. And that's where my love for reggae music really grew. It was from the sound system. And then I progressed into singing with bands and recording music and so forth, you know?
All right. Now, reggae has always carried a message, like you said. I mean, message of unity and resistance. What
Yeah.
messages are most important for you to share through your song?
For me, it is about awareness. It is about our story, the history of us being told by us and not by some foreigner. Um, and the upliftment of our people, you know, in the diaspora and on the continent. That's my personal aim, to be honest, to raise awareness and spread the love, because we need more love amongst us. Yeah, without a doubt.
Absolutely. Now, you released Rebel Soul, rather, Rebel Soul song. I want to know, what does being a Rebel Soul mean to you personally?
Being a rebel soul, well, um, my album, I have a list of different people from back in the day to today. Bob Marley's included on that. Nelson Mandela is included on that. I call them all rebel souls. And so the definition of a rebel soul to me is someone that stands up and be counted. When they see when they see things not going right, you know, they protest it with their mouth at least. You know, um, we don't just sit around and not just and do nothing. Doing nothing solves nothing. So we have to do something, even if it's just to speak, to inspire somebody. Yes, we have to do that. So as rebel souls, there are people that stood up, like Marcus Garvey stood up, was counted. And, over the years, many African leaders have stood up, and been counted, so, what can I say? Um, that's the message that I want to relay throughout my musical life and to spread the love. Always spreading the love.
Interesting. So, do you believe reggae still has the same social impact it did in Bob Marley's era?
Yeah, man. Without a doubt, reggae music.
Okay.
Let me tell everybody, right? Reggae music is the only music that speaks about everything and anything. So it speaks about things that are to our detriment, but it also speaks about things that are to our betterment. Whereas
Okay.
most music don't do that. They focus on particular elements. But reggae music, it speaks on all subjects, whether it's oppression, whether it's love, whether it's lightheartedness. Reggae music covers all the boundaries. And so for me, reggae music will never die. They've tried to hold it down because it has what we know as in Jamaica word, sound, and power. And as my mother would say, your word is power. And so the powers that be, they don't want the word, sound, and power to come true. So that in itself is a testament that reggae music is strong, alive, and kicking. And me, says Tann-I Browne, it will never die.
Interesting. Tanai, reggae has always been more than music. It's a movement. I mean, you've been saying a whole lot about it. In your view, what makes reggae such a powerful force for change? I mean, in the society and the world today.
Well, you see, as I said earlier, and I'll reiterate, is that reggae music is all about the message, you see, and it touches on many subjects, that other music does not do. There's many subjects that reggae music touches on, whether it's political, you know, in the political sense, in the political arena, or on the stage of love between a man and a woman, but then love between the brotherhood of man, a unity, of the community, bringing the community together, mobilizing the community. That's part of what reggae music is about. As you say, it is about a movement, of spreading love, spreading the message, of us African people. We have contributed so much to society on a whole, to the world, and they don't give us enough credit. And reggae music will big it up every time. Will big up Africa and black people the world over every time. Yes.
Absolutely. To follow up with that, your song often speak about love, peace, and upliftment. How do you see reggae bringing people together across different cultures and backgrounds?
Well, reggae music testifies all by itself and doesn't need me to do that, because you go all around the world. Every year they have one of the biggest reggae festivals in the world. It's at Rotterdam in Spain. And it's for 8, 9 days of pure reggae music. And it's mostly Europeans. It's a mixed crowd, but mostly Europeans. Germany is the next biggest reggae festival. Then you have India, Goa, they have big reggae festival. Never mind the States and other parts of Europe. So reggae music is not dying for now, that's for sure. Because if you ever go to a reggae festival, you will see people they cannot keep their foot still. Reggae music, that beat, that sound, that essence, it touches everyone in some kind of way. Everyone.
Wow. I could actually feel the power from your voice. All right.
Because
So, do you think reggae has such a universal appeal, even far beyond Jamaica and the Caribbean? And why?
oh yes, reggae music's appeal is it far surpasses Jamaica. Jamaica is the capital of reggae music. Make no bones about that. But reggae music is everywhere in New Zealand, Australia, in Japan, China. You name it, reggae has touched the world. And Bob Marley go anywhere in the world. And everyone can relate to Bob Marley. So the message, has been set. And so that shows you that the message is real. It is real, and it is word, sound, and power, like I said before. That's the strength, that's the energy. Because it's true,
Absolutely.
and it's based on righteousness and love. Always.
Great, great. All right, so let's listen to one of the tribute songs to Bob Marley, the one you performed. We'll be playing that right now.
Okay.
That was one of my favorites. I absolutely love that particular song. I swear.
Thank you
I'm
very
gonna
much.
ask you
Uh-huh.
a very funny question. I asked a reggae artist or female artist yesterday. I want to know, is it a tradition for every reggae artist to be on dreadlocks?
No, no, you don't have. As one of my favorite bands, Margaret Heritage, they make a song called "You Don't Have to Dread to Be Rasta."
Okay.
You to be Rasta, you don't have to be dread. And if you're involved in the music, you don't have to carry locks if you don't want to. It's entirely up to you. But if you want to, you must know why you're doing it. You know. But that's another story. But yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to. It's reggae is from the heart. It's from the heart because it's based, as I said, on truths and rights, peace and love, righteousness.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you've paid tribute to Bob Marley in many performances. What part of his message of unity and freedom still speaks strongest to you today?
Well, for me, I mean, he wrote a song called Black Man Redemption. And
Okay.
as I live and breathe, you know, if there's one thing I want to see, is the redemption of the black man, woman, and child, the unification of all Africans. Don't care where you are, at home and abroad, in the diaspora, wherever we are, man, we must unite. That's what I would love to see. That would bring tears to my eyes, you know. But the start is being made. The start is being made. We see moves going on in Africa that it warms our hearts. You know, what can I say? Yeah,
Interesting. So, if Bob Marley were alive today, right,
man.
what do you think he would say about the state of the world and the power of music to heal it?
I think that he would say the state of the world still needs healing. You know, the
I
world needs
mean,
healing because it needs more love. Because, you know, some of the powers that be, they're fighting against the love. They want to separate us. You know, they don't want to see us together. But, you know, they can't they can't discourage an idea that time has come, and the time has come for us to come together and to unite, because together we are strong, not divided. Divided we are weak. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. So together we are strong. Yeah, so that's my take and my look on the whole situation, without doubt. But I live in hope. Not just hope, I know, because truth must prevail. Yeah.
fact, actually. All right, before we ask you one more question, we're going to play another video of you. So, we're going to
Okay.
play that right now.
Okay.
Got to be more than friends, yeah, yes. Oh, yeah. We had a wonderful time. Let's do it all over again. I wanna be more than friends, not just for the weekend. Yes, I told everybody that I've got to see you again. Lord, I better count to 10, but first I gotta see you. I can't get you out of my head. I can't get you out of my mind. I can't. No, I can't. Well, I can't get you out of my mind.
So look out for it. It's called The Bravest. You
All
know, the
right.
proudest man. Yes.
All right. I have one more question to ask you, right? For someone that is not really, doesn't really vibe to reggae music, right? They vibe to R&B, Afrobeats, and other genre of music. What would you say to the person that would, lure the person or make the person get interested with reggae music?
Well, I think that they just need to listen. They need to listen to some more, because, as I said to many people who they don't really know much about reggae music. Reggae music has many moods. You know, it's not just one kind of style. You know, yes, we have the dance style, you know, which is very up tempo and, you know, very dynamic and so forth. All the top DJs, Buju Banton, Elephant Man, all them man, you know, they lick them rhythms like crazy. But then you have the roots side, you know, the roots and culture, which is not so lively but more deep and heavy in terms of lyrical content and the music in terms of the bass, you know, which is another aspect of reggae music. Then we have lovers, you know, and we've got UK lovers and we've got Jamaican lovers, and they're slightly different, you know. So they just need to educate themselves more with a bit of with more of reggae music, because as I say, reggae music has many moods, and I'm sure there's some aspect of it that they would like, that they would latch onto. They just need to be exposed to it, and I'll be happy to point them in the right direction if they want the right selection of reggae music to wean them in, so to speak. We can do that. Yeah.
All right. So I would like you to, do a little performance right here,
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
Please.
You want me to sing anything?
Yeah, anything.
Okay. Um, I'll do that one that was played earlier.
All right.
We had a wonderful time. Let's do it all over again. I wanna be more than friends, not just for the weekend. Yes, I told everybody that I've got to see you again. Lord, I better count to 10, but first I gotta see you. I can't get you out of my head. I can't get you out of my mind. I can't get you out of my head. Well, I can't get you out of my mind. Hey, how is that? Is that all
That
right?
was beautiful. Your voice is so, I don't know, what should I call you right now? It's so beautiful. It's so
Oh, thank you.
sharp.
You're
I
you're
love
my
it.
friend. You're my friend. Thank you.
All right, all right. We're done with this conversation. Tann-I, we're done with this conversation. I had an insightful time with you, doing this with you. I'm sure you had a great time too.
I had a great time, but what is your name?
Queenette Wokunta.
Queenette. Thank you very much for today. You've been very nice and accommodating.
Wow.
Yes.
It's my
Yes. Thank
pleasure.
you. Thank you very much.
All
Thank you for
right.
having
Enjoy
me
the rest of your day.
on the program, and big up to everyone. And Nigeria, I'm coming. Yeah? May I tell you now, I'm coming Nigeria. Jerry, start it out. May I come Nigeria? I'm ready. I hope you're ready for me.
Yeah. We'll be
Peace and
expecting you.
blessings. One love.
All right, the show has come to an end today. I'm sure you had a great time with Tann-I. We had a great conversation, and of course, a little performance from him. I'm sure you had an interesting time with the stories which we just had to read to you and analyze to you. Follow us on all the social media platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Join us same time tomorrow for more interesting and insightful conversation, and of course, interesting trend and stories from the world of the entertainment. I remain your baby girl, Queenette Wokunta. Enjoy the rest of your day.